things I started to notice. I was fat. I was out of shape. I had a lack of motivation. I didn't feel like doing shit. I just wanted to lay around. Like I didn't have no purpose.
This is over. I just came from Mars in a rover. $100 bills on my coast, I'm boasting. Look over your shoulder, an ocean. Kingkilam the antidote, or better yet, a potion. Forever keep them hoping. Haters try to stop me, I'ma keep this shit in motion. I hear them niggas talking all they talk.
What's up, YBM gang? Back with another video, man. Now, listen up. Happy rising to all the beautiful gods and goddesses out there. Hope everyone is doing good. Hope everyone is doing blessed. Hope everyone has been taking care of yourself. Hope everyone's been meditating, staying true to yourself, and learning more and more about yourself every single day. Positivity always creates elevation. Now, today we got a very interesting video, that I've been thinking about, and I feel like it's divine timing that I'm making this video right now. So what I'm going to talk about today is my life before and after spiritual awakening, right? Now that I'm at this point in my life, I can really see the difference now, in the before and the after, and how things are just so different now. I'm seeing things through a different lens. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what I want to talk about today. That's what I'm going to talk about today. And I'm going to get started. Now, before my spiritual awakening, I was just living every day like, okay, yeah, like what's next? Like, you hang out with friends, you go to the gym, you do all these things. You don't really have a purpose. Like, you're not really thinking too much. You feel what I'm saying? You're going to work and it's like, you think you got it made. You feel what I'm saying? And, but during those times, I was dealing with a lot of low vibrational energies, right? Now, for the people watching this video right now, you're going to see a chart somewhere on the screen. I'm believing it's right here where I'm pointing right now. It's a vibrational chart, you feel what I'm saying? So, I'm going to keep it there while I'm talking about these low vibrations, right? So what I mean by low vibrations, like anger, jealousy, feeling of lack, anxiety, frustration, and you can see on the charts the other ones, right? Now, at the moment, at the time, when I was dealing with those low vibrations, I wasn't fully aware that it has taken over my life. Now, how it came out was certain situations I was going through in life. I had anger issues, right? I always got angry. I don't know why, but like I just always had these emotions will just take over me. You feel what I'm saying? So, also that, also dealing with that, also having a lack of direction, a lack of purpose. You feel what I'm saying? A lack of anything. I didn't know what I wanted to do in life. I don't know how, like I had no type of vision. Like, I don't know if y'all can imagine it, if y'all can relate, but it's like being lost, being asleep, like not knowing anything. You feel what I'm saying? And at the time, I started making music. I still make music, but I'm gonna save that for another video. But I was doing music, and dealing with those lower vibrational energies was a huge task. Especially when I didn't have the knowledge or the know-how how to deal with them. So it was just kicking my ass. I had to learn lots and lots of lessons, go through the same cycles over and over again until I learned. Now, I can say, the one thing about me that I always had, still have to this very day, is curiosity. I was always asking questions. Whenever I had an anger outburst, I would literally go home and I look myself in the mirror. I'm like, why did I do that? You feel what I'm saying? I've been in several relationships that didn't turn out good, quote unquote. You feel what I'm saying? And on the surface, you might say it's because of this and because of that, but there's a deeper meaning in why things happen. And that's me. I want to know literally why it happened the way it happened so I can learn from it. I can say I always had that. They say curiosity killed the cat, but satisfaction brought it back. But, it wasn't easy. You feel what I'm saying? Change didn't happen overnight. You feel what I'm saying? And granted, while I was dealing with those lower vibrations, the people that I was surrounding myself with was in the same vibration, right? Now, notice that. However you feel right now, whatever you're dealing with, notice who you have around you. That plays a major role, right? So my curiosity was just like, man, like why am I acting like this? Like why did I act like that? Like why do these emotions take over me and allow me to do things that, I know it's not me. It's not truly me, right? And then, I got into crystals, right? My cousin told me about crystals. She told me about where I can get crystals at. When I started getting crystals, I started looking it up. I started doing my research. I'm like, okay, this is very interesting. Now, I came across sun gazing, right? And for those of you who follow my TikTok, you already know what we do when we go outside. We get some sun. You feel what I'm saying? And the first time I started sun gazing, like I could barely I can only take it for like 5 minutes. Now I'm reverted to my godlike state. I can handle that shit no problem. You feel what I'm saying? But when I first started sun gazing, and I would tell people that, man, I started sun gazing, doing all this stuff, they literally thought I was joking. They was literally laughing in my face. Right? Now at the time, like, you know what I mean? I was smart enough to know that, all right, these guys are, frowning upon, what I'm doing. I just knew I just knew like deep down that I'm doing something right. So I kept, knowing me, I kept with it. I kept doing it, And then I got into meditation, right? And before, like I said, I had the curiosity. I was asking myself questions, right? I was wondering why I was going through these things. Now, what a lot of people go through, they ask, but they expect the answer that they want and how they want it. But you're going to get it in ways that you won't even expect. Like I never expected to start sun gazing. I never expected to do meditations and all that kind of stuff, like now when I started meditating, I started to notice that these emotional outbursts started happening less and less. I stopped being so reactive and being more responsive. You feel what I'm saying? And there goes my answer. I was like, okay. So I kept doing it. Right now, this is very important because as I'm doing this, a transition is taking place right now. I'm starting to see the toxicity, however you say it, in other people that I was conversing with, have, you know what I mean, like keeping in my circle. You feel what I'm saying? And I noticed, like, man, like with certain friends, you know, all we talk about is negative shit, right? And mind you, I'm aware of this, right? So knowing me, I gotta make that change and I gotta step away, right? Now when I step away, now it feels like you're all alone, right? I go through this phase where I just felt alone because nobody understood what I was going through. Nobody, shit, I didn't even understand what I was going through, but you know, deep down, I just knew I was doing something right. Like literally, like to continue to move and to continue to push and to continue to do it, like knowing like I don't see this shit with my two eyes, but I just have this feeling that I'm headed in the right direction, right? Now, that's why you see a lot of people, you know, like they say, oh, when you become successful, you know, people look at you like you switched up or you changed. You damn right I fucking changed. God damn it. You feel what I'm saying? And now I'm getting the ball rolling now because, you know, dealing with those lower vibrations put me in a space of just pure negativity, and the inner light within me was just like, yo, why? I gotta break free from this. You feel what I'm saying? And you know, things I started to notice, I was fat, I was out of shape, I had a lack of motivation, I didn't feel like doing shit. I just wanted to lay around, like I didn't have no purpose. You feel what I'm saying? Like I had no energy or no inclinity. I be making up words. No inclinity to do things. You feel me? Now you gotta ask yourself why? Why do I don't feel like doing anything? Why don't I have energy to do the things that you know I want to do? It's because of these lower vibrations. It's because of the environment that I am in. It is because of the people that I surround myself with. It's because of the things that I feed my subconscious mind. Right? During those times before my spiritual awakening, I was so far from myself, I didn't even know it. Right? Like just imagine being a person that wakes up angry every single day. Wakes up sad. Like just wakes up knowing that like fuck, like I just hate myself for some reason. Like, you know what I mean? But you know, all of that was actually a huge blessing in the skies because it shaped me, it helped me transition into the next phase of my life. Stay healthy, guys. If you hear any noises in the background, that's Miracle down there doing her thing. Right, Miracle? Okay, so now transitioning to my spiritual awakening. Now, I'm not going to get into too much details on what sparked it, but it's going to come a point in time in your life where you're going to feel a pain like no other. And what I mean by that, I'm not talking about physical pain. I'm not talking someone hits you. I'm not talking about you get in an accident, someone you get shot, or I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the soul. You gonna take a hit so hard, right? And you know, it's very important to build up your curiosity because in times like those, you gonna need faith so much. You're going to need so much faith in order to get through that pain. Because at first, when you feel the pain, you don't know that pain is helping you. Because you're reacting to what is. You're reacting to what you see with these two eyes. And not trusting in the universe. So if you've seen this video right now, I am warning you, when you feel that pain, I might not be there physically, but I'm with you in spirit. Sending lots of love and sending lots of good energy. A lot of healing energy. Now listen up. You're going to feel the pain. For me, that happened in my life. That's what sparked me all the way to this point. I said, at first, I had a few people in my circle that, helped me out during the time. Like, was just there for me, during those times. And that was very important. You feel what I'm saying? And it was the first time I was actually left with myself. It was the first time I actually had time to myself. Like, I'm looking around like, okay. And then as time went on, I said, okay, God put me in this position for a reason, so I can get to work. Right? Now, the first thing I did, when people hear the word spiritual awakening, they think about something that's going to happen, like something physical, something 3D. Is something that happens within you. All right, now that we got that out of the way, now the first thing that I had to do was to get my mind right. My mind was in shambles, in absolute shambles. Because there is nothing stronger than a man that has rebuilt himself. Best believe that. Now, the first thing I had to do was shadow work. Right? There is some things, there's a book I recommend called Outwitting the Devil. Right? And just like I was talking about in the at the beginning of the video, these lower vibrations, when they take over for you, you start to believe that that's you, and it's not you. So I was going, I did some things that I wasn't proud of. I said some things, man. If I could go back in my life and take back some things that I wish I never said, I wish I never done, hell to the fuck yes. Heaven to the fuck yes, I would take it back. You feel what I'm saying? But it happened. You feel what I'm saying? It happened. A lot of people, they have trouble dealing with that. And I know a lot of people are going through that. Like, it sticks with them, and they're like, damn, like, but, I had to, for myself, I had to understand and know that that wasn't me. It wasn't. You feel what I'm saying? I did it, yes, but it wasn't me. Now when I'm touching up on the shadow work, I had to spend some time alone. I had to cleanse my energy. I had to balance my chakras. I had to balance all my chakras just so I could elevate. Real shit. Now, as I'm doing shadow work, it's actually, at first, it's kind of hard because you're facing yourself. Your shadow self. Your lower self. You know what I mean? That motherfucker is a monster. You know what I mean? But, it's kind of fun just learning. Like I said, that curiosity made it fun for me. Like, I wanted to know why I did those things. Why I said the things I said. Why what happened the way it happened. I wanted to genuinely know. And when I started, I started being introduced to these books. I started reading a lot more books. I'm like, okay. Started learning more and more about energies, right? I talked about meditation before, but I used to only meditate like 10, 15 minutes a day. You feel what I'm saying? I never built up that consistency until I went into my spiritual awakening. That's when I started meditating more. And I'm like, okay. And back to this vibrational chart right here. You start to you see happiness, joy, love, all that at the top of the chart, right? That's who you really are. That's your higher self. So when you have lower vibrations that's taken over you, that is controlling you, the devil, negative energy, however you want to call it, it's literally not you, but your mind goes crazy. You get filled with all these thoughts and you believe that it's you. That's where the destruction comes into play. So, I started learning more about energies. I started getting into deep meditations. And I'm like, okay, you know how like, for me, I used to like, I get mad. I used to be mad at that person because I was mad. But you know what I learned? I choose that. You don't have control over how I feel. If I get mad, I'm not gonna get mad at you for making me mad. I chose to be mad. I can choose to be happy. I could choose love. That's when I was like, okay. I started taking more responsibility for myself. Okay. I can't blame anyone. When you're in such a low place, you want to say, oh, because of you, like, this fucking shit happened to me. Now I gotta, because, nah, nigga, it's because of you. You created it. When you're able to take that responsibility for yourself, everything becomes so much easier. You don't react. This famous, what book did I read? It was Rich Dad Poor Dad, I believe. Use your emotion. It was Rich Dad or Think and Grow Rich. Got it right here. Use your emotions to think, not let your emotions think for you. I started gaining control of my emotions. Shit that used to get to me don't get to me. Lower vibrations don't get to me no more. Jealousy don't get to me. Feeling frustration doesn't get to me. Anxiety doesn't get to me. Anger doesn't get to me. Now, do those feelings surface? Yes, they do. But I'm able to transmute it, use it for good. I'm able to be aware of these energies. And that's what happens when you start meditating and doing shadow work. You start to become more aware of thyself. You start to become more aware of your own energy, your own spirit, your own being, right? Now, when you become more aware of your own being, you're able to, when you feel some type of energy, you're like, oh, that's not me. I know myself. I know my energy. That's not me. Okay, I'm feeling this type of way. Okay, it's happening for a reason, right? Now your perspective changes on things. Now when that thing that used to trigger you to get angry, you feel that anger coming in, you literally you're like, yeah, that's just there. It's not going to affect me. It's there. I'm going to transmute it. I pray for you, sister. I pray for you, brother. You feel what I'm saying? I send you nothing but lots of love and good energy. That is who I really am. So, we make a lot of mistakes in life, man, and just accept it, man. Keep moving forward. That's all you can do. Energy never stops. You feel what I'm saying? Look at it as energies, vibrations, and frequencies. It never stops. Just keep moving forward, man. Keep moving forward. What's for you will find you. Best believe that. Guaranteed. Now, with that being said, I started meditating a lot more. I started sun gazing a lot more often. I started, seeing things for what they really are. The truth started being revealed to me more and more each and every day. Right? Now, because of that, a huge shift in my life happened. Started meeting new people, right, that are more positive. Starting meeting new people that are thriving to be the best version of themselves. I started reading more books. I started eating a lot healthier. Right now I'm in the best shape of my life. You feel what I'm saying? But the one thing that I want you guys to understand is that it all happened within first. Everything is a reflection of my inner world. That's why I have the body that I have. That's why I have the mind that I have. That's why I have the discipline that I have. That's why I have the love that I have. You feel what I'm saying? All of this is because I did the inner work. Self-love is everything, y'all. Always choose yourself, because I know a lot of people are going through this right now, like during this specific time where the world is in right now. You know, like even back then when I started sun gazing, it wasn't even too long ago, a few years ago. People were looking at me like I'm crazy. When I talked about meditation, people were like looking at me like I'm crazy. Now you see it every day. Now it's normal. People talk about good energy and crystals and, you know, meditating and breathing exercises and yoga and shit like that. Like I've been doing this shit. You feel what I'm saying? So it's more to it that meets the eye. You know, I know it's popularized on, you know, social media, on TikTok, Instagram, all that shit. But there's a lot of individual work on your journey that you go through when it comes to your spiritual awakening. There is always something that's going to spark it. You know what I mean? And when you feel that pain, and you will know it when it, like, you're like, well, what pain are you talking about? You will know it when you go through it. But understand that is used to build you up. All right, y'all, since you made it this far in the video, I want y'all to do me a favor. Go ahead and follow me on TikTok to get all my spiritual vids. You feel what I'm saying? Need a little inspiration? Go ahead and follow the TikTok so you don't miss anything. My Instagram, go ahead and follow my Instagram for more footage. You know, I also do music as well, you know, so you don't want to miss anything. Stay updated. You feel what I'm saying? Because I'm coming with these videos, man. This is just the one of many more. We're going to keep it going. So y'all stay positive. Y'all stay safe. Stay true to your journey. Stay true to your spiritual path, and everything will unfold before your very eyes. And like always, YBM gang, we are up. Hit the subscribe button, join the YBM family, and let's get it.
Can't even pop the trunk. And my mama bought a milli. She like, where you got this from? Told my mama that I did it. I didn't win it for myself. She like, what the hell you wearing? I said, mom is YBM. I said, mom is YBM. Never gave a fuck about another.